In the headlines, President Buhari charges new APC leader to leverage on numerical strength as Adamu Omishore, 75 others emerge. Two drug traffickers excrete 165 wraps of cocaine as 2,295 kilograms of substances intercepted. Grinding machine operators resort to electricity due to high cost of diesel. And on the foreign scene, Kiev accuses Russia of destroying fuel and food storage depots in Ukraine. Hello and welcome to Trust TV News Update. I'm Ibrahim Yusuf. Now the news in full. President Muhammadu Buhari has tasked the new national leadership of the All Progressives Congress, APC, to ensure effective utilization of the over 40 million registered members of the party as a strength to consolidate on its winning ways. The president, who speaks at the just concluded national convention of the party in Abuja, where he assured members that the party will wither its internal wranglings and continue to emerge stronger. Trust TV's Shafiq Suleiman reports.
Adesanya Ayetunde scored 791. This is also zonal election. It involves only 6 states. Iyabo Orokoso scored 21, and we have 9 invalid. So Adesanya Ayetunde scored the highest vote and is declared winner.
That was Jigawa State Governor and Chairman Electoral Committee of the All Progressives Congress APC National Convention announcing the result of some of the contests at the just concluded National Convention of the party. He earlier told the gathering of delegates and other party faithful that in line with President Buhari's preference for consensus as a strategy to guarantee a rancor-free exercise, a number of aspirants have voluntarily withdrawn from the contest, including that of the national chairman of the party, national secretary, amongst others.
The situation here is overwhelming in terms of the crowd. Security agencies were initially here. They barricaded this access, and of course, but because of the overwhelming nature of the crowd, they've broken the barricade and then overwhelmed the security agencies, who had to leave, and they occupy here. As you can see, I'm sandwiched by some of the supporters, mostly from the southern Borno, who are here to canvass for the support for their candidates or aspirants who are here. It appears the security agencies are limited in terms of number. They've been overwhelmed at some point. They've been trying to create a barricade so that the supporters will not go into the venue without being authorized to do so. But it appears they cannot keep the enforcement of the restriction, and they had to leave.
Speaking earlier at the convention, President Muhammadu Buhari, while acknowledging the successes recorded by the Memalabuni-led caretaker and extraordinary convention planning committee, described as monumental increase of over 30 million registered members of the party within 18 months from the 11 million it initially has, which he says must be effectively harnessed to sustain the party's winning streak.
We should learn how to resolve our differences without jeopardizing our personal relationships and the fate of the party. I want to thank the Progressive Governors Forum for heeding to my advice and suggestions in settling the leadership dispute. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let me seize this opportunity to remind you of the importance of voter registration and education among our members. This is very necessary for us to justify our large numerical strength during elections.
Outgoing youth leader of the party, Ismail Ahmad, raised concerns over the ability for the party to continue to enjoy the massive support it used to get as President Muhammadu Buhari exits the stage by 2023, saying the party will now live to its true character and meaning. This concern was however allayed by the President of the Senate, Ahmed Lawan.
Now it is time again. The person who is responsible for bringing 10 million votes will no longer be on the ballot in 2023. This party will be judged by its own character.
You may not be on the ballot in 2023. And let me be explicit. You will not be on the ballot in 2023. But Mr. President, you will remain the leading light, the moral compass of APC even after your tenure.
The APC National Convention, which attracts an unprecedented crowd of supporters and party loyalists, will go well in history as one which has defied the naysayers who were initially skeptical about its holding. Its ability to utilize consensus as an effective tool to close ranks among members. Full of emotions, bickerings which almost set the party on the path of implosion. Shafiu Suleiman, Trust TV News, Abuja.
And after months of intense politicking among the party faithful and uncertainties surrounding the APC National Convention, the party at the Eagle Square in Abuja elected new party officials to pilot the affairs, with Senator Abdullahi Adamu emerging as the new national chairman. Let's take a look at the profile of the new APC national chairman.
The new national chairman of the ruling All Progressives Congress, Abdullahi Adamu, born in Kefi, Nasarawa State on July 23, 1946, attended Abdul Zanga Primary School, Kefi, and completed it at the Laminga Senior Primary School in 1959. He moved to the government secondary school, Makudi, Benue State, between 1960 and 1962, and thereafter to the government technical college, Bukuru, Plateau State, from 1962 to 1965. Adamu obtained the ordinary national diploma in building and civil engineering from the Kaduna Polytechnic in 1968, and the higher national diploma from the same institution in 1971, and worked as a maintenance supervisor at the National Electric Power Authority before returning for his HND. When he left school, he worked with the Northern Nigeria Development Corporation (NDDC) in Kaduna before moving to the private sector, where he became a consultant area manager with AEK, a firm of consultants, and appointed as the executive secretary of the Jos-based Benue Plateau Construction Company (BEPCO). Adamu, popularly called The Bridge, began his political career in 1977 when he got elected a member of the Constituent Assembly, which drafted the 1979 Constitution at the beginning of the Second Republic. He became a founding member of the defunct National Party of Nigeria, formed from a political association, the National Movement. At the same time, his home state, Nasarawa, became part of the old Plateau State. Thereafter, he became elected as the secretary of the NPN in Plateau State and later its chairman. Upon the collapse of the Second Republic in 1983, Adamu went to the University of Jos to study law as a part-time student. He, through with his studies, by 1992 enrolled in the Nigeria Law School, Lagos. In 1994, the new APC chairman got appointed as a member of the National Constitutional Conference, convoked by the military administration of Sani Abacha, and a year later, in 1995, appointed the Minister of State for Works and Housing, a position he occupied until November 17, 1997. When late General Sani Abacha lifted the ban on politics, the new APC chairman joined the defunct United Nigeria Congress Party (UNCP), on whose platform he wanted to run for the governorship seat of Nasarawa State, a process truncated following the death of late Abacha in 1998. In 1999, following the restoration of democracy in Nigeria, Adamu became a founding member of the People's Democratic Party. He contested and won the governorship election of Nasarawa State and served for 8 years between May 1999 and 2007, and also served as chairman of the Nigeria Governors Forum between 1999 and 2004. After his tenure, the EFCC charged him to court in 2010 alongside 19 other Nasarawa state officials with 149 counts of corruption. The anti-graft body accused him of embezzling 15 billion naira public funds. In 2007, the year he left office, the former governor won election into the Senate on PDP's platform to represent Nasarawa West Senatorial District in 2007.
APC! Louder! SVC! Next level! APC!
APC, next level. Thank you very much.
Two drug traffickers, Elvis Iro, aged 53, and Mwazueke Christian, aged 42, have executed a total of 165 wraps of cocaine following their arrest at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja, by operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency for ingesting the illicit drug. NDLEA on Sunday also said the agency intercepted consignments going to Australia, China, Qatar, Ireland, and Thailand, and in a raid in Rivers, Ogun, and Enugu states seized about 2,293 kilograms of substances and cash. Meanwhile, Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria, FAN, has confirmed the killing of a staff during Saturday's bandit attack at the Kaduna airport. FAN, in a statement on Twitter, said a group of bandits attacked the runway 5 axis but were repelled by security forces, while normalcy has since been restored at the airport. The airport manager, Amina Salami, had earlier confirmed the attack, saying bandits invaded the airport through the perimeter fence from a nearby forest at about 1 p.m. and a security guard patrolling the runway was shot by the bandits before soldiers, attracted by the sound of gunshots, responded and also recovered 2 motorbikes abandoned by the bandits. The attack delayed the takeoff of a Lagos-bound flight. And a point-of-sale POS operator and 2 other residents were hospitalized following an explosion by a suspected improvised explosive device, IED, that rocked the Dammani community near Rigasa in Igabi local government area of Kaduna State. The Kaduna State Commissioner for Internal Security and Home Affairs, Samuel Aruan, confirmed the incident on Saturday in a statement. He said investigations reveal that the incident happened close to a POS operator's shop near Abubakar Sadiq Mosque. According to security reports, the IED was found close to a motorcycle belonging to a POS operator in the community. Meanwhile, the explosion injured the POS operator and 2 others receiving treatment at a hospital. Reports say a team of anti-bomb squad arrived at the scene and detonated another explosive. A victim narrates the ordeal. And the police in Zamfara State have arrested 10 suspects for various offences, including one of the commanders of the notorious bandits kingpin, Bello Turji. Recovered 2 AK-47 rifles and 1 motorcycle. Police Command Public Relations Officer Superintendent Muhammad Shehu said police tactical team acted on credible intelligence, which led to the successes recorded in the fight against banditry in the state. The report.
The Public Relations Officer of the Zamfara State Command, Superintendent Mohammed Shehu, who addressed newsmen on behalf of the Commissioner CP Ayuba Elkanah, explained that police operatives attached to 42 Police Mobile Force PMF Gusau on anti-banditry operation at Safe received distress calls that large numbers of bandits were sighted heading towards Korenganua village in the Safe local government area of the state with the intent to attack the community.
We have the prime suspect, Ridwan Mohammed, from Karamamoda. We have other 2 suspects who are now at large. They committed the crime together at the same time, but Zeran was a float while the police succeeded in arresting Ridwan Ahmed and the recovery of the said motorcycle. On 23rd March 2022 at about 21:00 hours, the suspect, Ridwan Ahmed, conspired with his partners in crime, now at large, and hired Okada rider, one Adamu Bello of Rawiya village in Gusau LGA.
According to the police operatives on anti-banditry patrol on the 20th March 2022 at Gwashi area of Bukuyum local government area of the state, intercepted a notorious bandit named Lawali Ruguduma of Basari local government area of Katsina state. The police said he had confessed that they were the ones terrorizing residents of Katsina, Sokoto and Zamfara states.
The achievement comprised the arrest of 10 suspects, including a commander to one of the notorious bandits kingpin. known as Bello Turji. Recovery of 2 AK-47 rifles during encounter with bandits in Sati axis. Recovery of 1 motorcycle and unconditional rescue of a 60-year-old female kidnapped victim. The achievement being showcased today is part of our belief, confidence, and trust that we have for our indefatigable Inspector General of Police, IGP Alkali Usman Baba, PSC Daga, NPM, FDC, in his untiring effort to improve the general welfare of police personnel nationwide.
The police told journalists that the 10 suspects are currently undergoing discreet investigations and will be charged to court for prosecution thereafter.
You are watching Trust TV News Update. Coming up after the break, how man is motivated to trek from Gombe to Lagos. This and more after the break. Do stay with us. Welcome back, and thanks for staying with us. You're still watching Trust TV News Update. Now a look at our top stories. President Muhammadu Buhari has tasked the new national leadership of the APC to consolidate on its winning ways. And two drug traffickers excrete 165 wraps of cocaine as 2,295 kilograms of substances are intercepted. Now moving on to other stories, Nigeria has recorded 29 additional Lassa fever infections and 6 deaths across 11 states of the Federation. The latest situation report released by the Nigeria Center for Disease Control and CDC shows that the new cases were reported for the 11th week of 2022, spanning March 14th to 20th, 2022. The report shows that the number of confirmed cases decreased from 33 in the previous week to 29 cases, raising the total number of infections recorded in 2022 to 659 across 91 local government areas in 23 states of the Federation. The Disease Control Center stated in the report that cumulatively from the first week to the 11th week of 2022, 123 deaths have been reported with a case fatality CFR rate of 8.7%. Adding that the new fatality rate is lower than the CFR for the same period in 2021, which is 20.6%. Adding that only one new healthcare worker is affected in the reporting week 11. A 29-year-old man in Gombe State, Aminu Abdul Mumini, says he is embarking on a journey from Gombe to Lagos on foot to show solidarity to a presidential aspirant of the All Progressives Congress, APC, Bola Tinubu. Al-Mumini said he is trekking from the Jewel State to Lagos in the next 10 days. Ibrahim Ismail reports.
Aminu Abdul Mumini is a strong supporter of the presidential aspirant of the All Progressives Congress APC, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He embarked on a trek from Gombe to Lagos to show solidarity to the former governor of Lagos State in his presidential ambition.
The reason behind this trekking from Gombe to Lagos is purposely to show my support on the Great Jagaban, to show my support on the Great Jagaban movement. Yes, because we as people from North or Nigeria at large, we are supporting him 100%. So I want to go and meet Jagaban to show him that we are supporting him 100%. So I have many reasons to select Jagaban, but the first one is Jagaban. Years ago, I see how he promoted Lagos State to a standard living city in Africa, not in Nigeria, in Africa. So I have to select Jagaban as my president, as my next president, to make Nigeria a standard country in the world.
Okay, assuming Jagaban is with you, he is listening. What can you tell him now?
Yeah, if Jagaban is here, he is listening, my face is okay for him to know what I am there to tell him.
Okay, now Aminu has a target of his arrival to Lagos.
From now to 10 days or even less than 10 days, I will able to reach Lagos, inshallah, by God's grace. If I start the journey from Gombe, right now, I will sleep in Bauchi. From Bauchi, I will head to Jos. Maybe I will able to sleep in Jos or after Jos next tomorrow. But today, my destination is Bauchi State, inshallah.
This is not the first time a Nigerian will be trekking to cover hundreds of kilometers from a state to another to show solidarity to a politician. In 2015, a Nigerian trekked from Lagos to Abuja to show his solidarity to President Muhammadu Buhari. From Gombe, Ibrahim Ismail reporting for Trust TV.
And grinding machine operators in Kaduna are switching to electricity-powered machines to escape rising costs of diesel. Fatima Saleh-Laden meets local grain grinder Adamu Salisu, and he shares his experience dealing with the high cost of diesel. The report.
The recent increases in the price of automotive gas oil, also known as diesel, has forced many small-scale businesses to go under. Price of many manufactured products also are out of reach of people because of the rise of the price of diesel. Adamu Salisu, a local operator grain grinding machine, says he no longer uses diesel to power his machines because of the hike in price. He said he finds alternative in public electricity, though it's not available most of the time.
I use electricity now, but in the past, I used diesel engine. Diesel is hard to get, and the price hike also. We prefer using electricity in our work because the light is more easier working with. Besides, it's easy to maintain and repair our machines more than diesel engine, though we don't even get the light now. And we spend a day or two without a light, so we can't record any again. Our business is affected.
He calls on the government to assist them as they spend a day without getting a penny.
You can see the shop is filled up. It's because there is no light, and the price of diesel is now 600 naira per liter. We cannot use it because we will run at a loss. But if we could afford it, it will serve as an alternative for us. I am calling on government to come to our aid.
Diesel is now selling at over 600 per litre. Some begin to question the argument for deregulation as price of diesel keeps going high, though it enjoys no subsidy from government. Fatima Saleh-Laden, Trust TV News, Kaduna.
And residents of Maiduguri have decried price hike of milling grains due to increased price of diesel across the country. The increment of diesel has made food commodities expensive and it's affecting patronage of business. The report.
The scarcity and increased price of fuel has impacted negatively on Nigerian economy, which has made businesses struggling to thrive. Some grain milling operators said a litre which formerly goes for 250 naira is now sold at 750 naira. We have to charge more for grinding grains because the price of diesel has shot up. Before, with 800 naira, we get a full jerrycan, but now it's over 17,000 naira, and we don't get customers as usual because foodstuffs are expensive, especially maize, gas, and the rest.
The last time I do grind it one bag at the rate of 1,000. But today when I came to my surprise, they say it's 2.5 because the cost of gas is high, the cost of petrol is out. So I have to pay 2.5 to grind my own this in maize. Now, like the woman here, we came together. I have to give her some out of my one bag of maize. She's my neighbor. But we cannot go home together with her so that I can give her. My husband will be at home. He's the one struggling. But I have to pick her from her house, come here, and then give her like 5 mudu so that she can eat with her children before the husband will send her money. So there are lots of people that are suffering, and then we want the cost price of food to be a little bit low.
Mohammed Ali runs a laundry shop. The tax to meet up customers' demand is declining. Those who require his services complained about the high charges. He explained that despite the additional charges, he is not making profits as expected. We made an additional 50 naira charges for ironing clothes. Customers have been complaining the new prices. That's why we don't experience patronage like before. Even the diesel doesn't last long for us to work, so we don't make profits. We urge the federal government to end this scarcity and exorbitant price. Residents hope that the hardship brought by increase of diesel price does not last long.
Now a look at the foreign scene, where an advisor to Ukraine's Interior Ministry says Russia has started destroying Ukraine's fuel and food storage depots and bringing troops on rotation to the country's shared border. Kiev has asked the international community of the Red Cross not to open a planned office in Russia's Rostov-on-Don, saying it will legitimize Moscow's operation of deportation of Ukrainians. Ukraine's Deputy Prime Minister Irina Vereshchuk said Ukraine and Russia have agreed on 2 corridors to evacuate civilians from the frontline areas on Sunday, including allowing people to leave by private car from the southern city of Mariupol. Fighting between Ukrainian and Russian forces continued in the northwest suburbs of Kiev on Saturday, and Ukraine's military command said Russian forces are grouping together in southwest of the capital. And that wraps up Trust TV News Update for this hour. Don't forget, you can subscribe and follow us across all our social media platforms. I am Ibrahim Yusuf. Thanks for joining us.